Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader, your guide to a higher perspective. I have a message for Sagittarius today. This is a channeled and guided message from Spirit, from my guides from the other side, to benefit you on your journey this week. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing so we can keep this positive energy expanding. And let's get started with your reading. So Sagittarius, I have not drawn the cards ahead of time. We're going to do it right in the moment. So I don't even know what your first card is. It is the Seven of Swords. This is the energy sent by the universe to you this week. And this is a reminder to really consider as many angles as you can. This is not the time to be making a decision. You don't need to feel the pressure of making a decision. I know he looks like he's got some pressure on, but this is about really assembling all the pieces together. I love these swords, how they're kind of interweaving a little bit. So assembling all of the information together, but not making any conclusions, not rushing any action. It's almost as if there's a moment where you're going to have all of the pieces and then something's going to wave a magic wand and all of a sudden it all comes together. But your concern right now is one piece at a time, really not going after the whole thing and not worrying that it's not going to get done. It's definitely going to get figured out. It's definitely all going to come together when it needs to come together in the correct timing. So let's keep going with the cards. I'm curious to see where, oh dear. We've got the Hanged Man for the card. This is not bad. There's just a feeling of helplessness. So there's a different message with this card, but what's coming through stronger right now is that this situation has you feeling a little bit helpless because you don't have all the information, because you're not sure what to do and you're not sure where to go. You're just kind of feeling like, I've got no control over this. It's a little bit wayward, a little bit tossed in the wind. And this is saying, well, no, hang on a second. We're wanting this shift of perspective for a reason. The other meaning of this card sometimes is a shift in perspection, a ship in perspection. It is a shift in perspection. It is precisely what you're trying to gather here. As many different kinds of perceptions, as many different elements of perception as you can, so that you really get what's going on. It's not that you're going to keep all of that perspective together. It's that examining all the different facets helps you understand the ones that you do keep. So, they're speaking in images to me right now and they're flashing, so I'm not grabbing like a single picture. So what this means is that by really examining all of the different angles of it, when a diamond is cut into different facets and you can see all those different colors reflected in it, like all those rainbow flashes, you may not eventually, your final decision may not have red or it may not have blue in it. It may just be green, orange, and yellow. It may just be those colors, but because you've seen red and you've experienced purple, you understand the green, yellow, and orange so much deeper than you would if you just kind of pick them off the surface. It's understanding the contrast and the relief. Why is this not this? Why is this that? So even though you're feeling a little bit helpless and adrift and not quite sure, just trust this process. It's all right. It's happening and unfolding this way for a reason. So, don't we love that? Next card is the World, the attainment of that completion. What you've been trying to figure out and you're feeling upset about, here it comes, right here. So let's see the other cards. Eight of Pentacles and the Sun. Oh my God, Sagittarius, what an awesome reading. So you see how the Sun is riding, trying to meet the world, and I can't think of a better combination of cards. Oops, we just dropped the Seven of Swords. So isn't that interesting? When that moment of gathering all the perceptions is done, we come to this. So, oops, don't drop the sun too. The sun is the victory, the joy, the success that you feel when you finally got the whole thing, when you finally attained the goal, and when you finally manifested that whole of what you're trying to figure out. So whether it's direction, whether it's actually the culmination of a project or some clarity or whatever it is, they finally do meet and come together. And we see the light reflected, both the light shining off of him and the light coming off of that figure. So you get the total and complete balance of what you're asking for in the correct timing. What stands in the way is this Eight of Pentacles. And that is the dedication to doing something again and again and again and again and another time again. So that's why it's so important to pull yourself out of that, to see a different perspective, because it helps you see, oh, wait a second, maybe that's why that didn't work. Or, oh, maybe, wait, I understand. That's the old way, but the new way is this now. It helps you understand the old and why the old doesn't work. And the reason why that's so helpful is because it allows you to throw it out that much easier. You don't get emotionally attached to it anymore. This card for me is sometimes the, too many cards here. The Eight of Pentacles card, there goes the sun. The Eight of Pentacles card is sometimes karma. And it's using the energy of karma to generate your reactions. And so that's not always good. It's old patterns, old karmic patterns that generate the same result over and over and over. And that's the only thing that stands in the way of you in the world. But there's something about your seeing that still has to be shifted before you can completely allow this to go. And that's why we're gathering those alternate perspectives, even if they don't all resonate with you, even if you don't end up keeping some of those strategies or you don't end up keeping some of those perspectives, it helps you understand what you are keeping, and it helps you understand what you are throwing away, so that you are left with all that you need and nothing more, nothing less. The nakedness, the vulnerability is talking about completion, or the idea of completeness in who you are. You don't need any more, you don't need any less. But knowing all of this, going through these different shifts and these different ideas and strategies, it helps kind of take off another layer of clothing. It's a little bit paradoxical. It's like the more you gather, the more you understand yourself without those things. The more you understand your truer self and your truer nature. So those were kind of a lot of big concepts that just got thrown at you. So if you've got questions, please reach out in the comments. And I always love to hear from you. If you have friends or relatives, family members, whatever, that also love to hear about their path, please consider sharing this channel with them. I do readings for all the 12 signs every week. If you can't see a sign yet on my channel, it's going to be posted later in the next couple hours. So I invite you to check that out, and thank you so much for your help with the sharing, and I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a good one.